Hey, glad to be with you today. In this video, we're going to introduce to you how to build your very first slide in your pitch deck. This is what we call the hero slide. This is the slide that gets all the attention, and we're going to go into a deep dive into the number one slide for your pitch. This is part of a course we call the Elevated Pitch. And in that course, it's a 2-day course. We break out how to get your big vision into a concise pitch that gets people to take massive action. And we do that through a lot of different ways. But what comes with that course is what we call the 10 slide framework. It's the 10 slides you need to really pitch any investor, pitch any business, or pitch any person that you want to take action into your idea or your vision. So for today, we're just going to go into the very first slide, which is the hero slide. This 10 slide framework is to stimulate interest and ultimately get a deeper conversation or land a deeper meeting or land a next steps meeting. In this deck, you can't answer every question about the business, but it's to spark creativity and thought on how to engage someone to taking action into your business or your vision. So we'll dive in here to the hero slide. Today in this video, we're going to talk about why it's so important and why it is the first impression. We're going to talk about how to build it. I'm going to give you the elements to build this slide, and then I'm going to show you some good examples, and I'm going to show you some bad examples, and I'm going to show you one at the end of how it came in and then how it looks like at the end, so kind of show a transition. So if you're looking to create your pitch deck, whether you're raising money, or trying to bring on a strategic partner or whatever it might be into your business, this slide is the most important slide. It's the slide that stays up the most when you are on stage pitching your business. If you're raising capital and you're in front of an audience, it's the slide that they first see when they open up an email, and this is the introductory deck to your business or to whatever you're pitching them. Okay. It is the first impression, and it can make or break you, right? This is the first thing they see, and they're starting to make associations right out of the gate, whether they should click next and on to the next slide, whether they should even open it in some circumstances. If this is the thumbnail, this is what they're gonna see. So we want to dive into what that hero pitch slide looks like. So now I'm going to kind of show you kind of how we design a hero pitch or a hero slide. This is just a template, right? And kind of laying this out. First and foremost, we need a user experience graphic. Okay, the graphic needs to be what the user would experience if they consumed your product or service. Okay, it needs to take up a lot of the real estate. No clip art here, and nothing that's really confusing. Okay, we don't want to confuse them right out of the gate. Okay, we include our company logo. Hopefully, you've got a logo, and then one sentence about what it is that you do, the big idea. Okay, and we've made this. We're trying to make this as simple as possible through this message formula. So I want you to define what it is that you do in one simple sentence. And the formula is, we help whatever customer, what type of customer specifically. I'm helping entrepreneurs. You might be helping software engineers code faster, whatever it might be. Specifically talk about that customer niche and be as narrow focused as possible. Okay. And what result do they get by taking or consuming your product or service? What's the result? What do they walk away with at the end of the day after they've used your product or use your service? Right? Is it speed? Is it cost savings? Is it flexibility? Is it whatever it might be? Put that result there, and then include your product or what it is that your magic sauce is that you do that gets them that result. Okay, so very simple. Don't overthink this. Going back to this slide, we're helping entrepreneurs translate big visions into massive actions. Simple, right? Nothing complicated here. Got a big hero image, what it looks like working with us in a course, and you know, nothing confusing, nothing kind of out of the gate that somebody would say, I don't understand what this is about. Okay, going back to the template here. When you're pitching this to someone and they're opening it and seeing it for the first time, or it's on a big canvas and you're on stage, this is what they're seeing right when they get to know you, right? So what are they thinking when they see this? Immediately they're going, do I understand this? Is this complex? And if it is, they're immediately going to start shutting down their brain. Okay, is it exciting? Is it engaging? Is it in their area of expertise? Meaning, you're pitching to an audience of various investors that may invest some in real estate, some in tech, some in hardware, whatever it might be. They're immediately starting to make associations with what you're about to pitch them and going, do I even understand this industry, right? So immediately, like I begin when someone starts to pitch with crypto or with AI, it's one of those things I don't know a lot about. So immediately my brain starts to politely turn off. Okay. However, if I'm pitching the right audience and I'm talking to the right people, then they're immediately going to get engaged because that's the industry that they're in too, right? Or it's their cluster or sector that they know the most about, right? So that's where they're going to really perk up. So I'm going to show you some examples. This is an insurance app. This was actually taken from an analyst day, but I like the way it was laid out. Very clean, got their logo. Simple, personalized, affordable home insurance designed for you, right? That's the line that they would put on this investment pitch. You see it's an app, and you see it's convenient. Very clean, but very well laid out here. Monday.com. We all know Monday, work operating systems. This is an image for you software creators that actually don't have a physical product. And you can't really show the user experience. The way that they have combined email and list tracking and some things are in this image shows it's what they're saying they're doing. They're changing the way that people work and businesses operate. Very well laid out slide here. It's the first slide you would see if you saw them pitching their company or their product or service to really anybody. Here's a client of ours, Markify. They are a collaboration whiteboarding tool for classrooms, showing the product on a computer. They could also take this if they wanted to and show their product being used in a classroom. We kind of went back and forth with how to lay this out, but you can kind of get a sense, a feel for the product. Remember, pictures say 1,000 words, and we want to say 1,000 words or more in a clean, simple format, right? They measure engagement and they measure collaborativeness as some of their KPIs in their business, and they immediately called that out in the very first slide by putting engagement and collaborativity into their hero message here, right? Here's a client we worked with in Dubai. I know for the Americans watching here, duty doesn't mean anything to us, but in Dubai, it kind of transfers as my dude or my bro. It's an app that is empowering sports communities. So very clean, very well done. Hero slide here. Like the way that this one laid out. They actually brought in some elements from other parts of their brand and their pitch into the design of how this app is kind of overlaid into this image. This one, Minnow, was another company pitching alongside us at a pitch competition, and I immediately, when I was up on stage pitching my company, I looked at their intro slide and said, "Wow, this is very well done. Combining all your streaming platforms for free." Simple, right? Like the way that this one's laid out. They've got some subtle branding elements in the background. very good hero slide here. This is Maverick. It's a platform for connecting with content creators. Pretty simple. Introductory slide for Maverick here, connecting people trust, and they've kind of highlighted some aspects about their brand and who they work for. Okay, now we're going to show a couple of bad examples. So these are a few decks that have been sent my way that right out of the gate kind of underwhelm me or don't excite me to go, okay, I'm ready to dive in here, right? They're using a lot of open space, which I'm all for using open space, but not in a way that is just open space or just the logo. So first and foremost, when most companies that we work with, and you might be in this position, your logo is not recognizable. Okay, it is not a Nike, it is not a FedEx, and no one's going to recognize your logo. So don't hang your hat on this image right out of the gate on your logo. Okay, we've got to support that logo with some additional information, preferably through a user experience image. Okay? The skinny dip one down here at the bottom could have done very well with showing the electrolyte tablet in a drink, right? It could have brought that in. They've actually built that, and it's on in later slides, but right out of the gate, they could have got us a little more bought in by showing us what that tablet looks like, and then we're kind of rearranging the benefit of that tablet, okay, in that messaging. Kind of lets you make up your own opinions based upon what you previously saw and these slides. But I want to show you one that kind of came kind of before and after. Hansel Medical, the company we work with, and when we first got meeting with them, they had a great logo, and surgical assets efficiency for healthcare was kind of their hero message, which isn't too bad. I don't think that was really necessarily the problem. It was them trying to have me in my brain map out what they were trying to accomplish through a simple graphic. And I get what he was trying to accomplish here, but he's actually built a pretty cool product. He's got an app, it's in testing, he's got some users, and if I'm looking to get behind this guy, whether an investor or coming on board and joining his team, or if I'm a strategic partner or a company to do business with him, right out of the gate, show me what that user experience is and what you're building. So I think he's done a really good job here of taking kind of complex images and simplifying it. And really love what he's done here with the tagline here, helping orthopedic manufacturers save millions by tracking expensive surgical equipment. So that's the end of the hero slide. I hope this was helpful for you. If you want to go deeper, we have other slides. We've got 9 more slides to cover. Come back and watch those other videos as we roll those out. Or if you're interested in taking the elevated pitch, where we take that much more into depth, we'll be rolling out those elevated pitch courses on our website. So check out for those later. Thanks for joining today. See ya.